The Sith Empire. A rigid, militaristic society where aliens are subjugated and the Sith Lords are supreme. The Empire is ruled by the mysterious, all-powerful Sith Emperor. To Imperial citizens, power is everything. Only the strongest ascend to glory. The Great Hunt begins. While the Sith Empire and the Galactic Republic scheme against each other, a bloody contest rages in the frontier systems. Mercenaries from across the galaxy compete for the privilege of entering a dangerous manhunt where they must capture or eliminate the most notorious and elusive targets. In the polluted swamps of Hutta, a tough young gunfighter teams with an aging bounty hunter to secure an invitation to this deadly struggle for fortune and glory. Countless enemies stand in the way of the Sith Empire's drive for domination. The Empire spares no expense in eliminating these threats, offering massive bounties to employ the galaxy's most lethal hunters. It's never a question if a bounty hunter will find you, only when. Both infamous and anonymous at the same time, bounty hunters are far more than mercenaries for hire. They're heirs to a professional legacy, an ancient brotherhood with a glorious history. Tracking elusive targets across multiple star systems requires expertise, especially when the targets can be prominent, powerful, and often prepared for confrontation. Thrill seekers from all walks of life set out to become bounty hunters, but only the most hard-boiled survive in this competitive and deadly business. Welcome everybody to Let's Play Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, I'm your host, J2 John Jeremy, and let me be the first to introduce you to a thrill seeker who's looking to become a bounty hunter, Zamada. That's right, for the very first time, I will be playing as a female character in an MMO. I found the female voice actress far superior to the male voice actor for a bounty hunter, so that was my choice. I figured if we're going to listen to somebody, we might as well listen to somebody good.
We're almost set up. See if you can't get that security network running, Mako.
Sure thing, Brayden. We'll be... hey now.
Hey, indeed. The main attraction is here. Team, this is the girl we're pinning all our hopes on. Best shot I've ever seen in Nerves of Steel. She's great hunt material, all right. What do you say, Hunter? Ready to meet your team?
So for those of you unfamiliar with BioWare games, or Star Wars The Old Republic in particular, the game bases itself on conversations and all the time, and you're able to decide what your character is going to say, or at least the general way your character is going to say what he or she is going to say. So top usually means good, middle usually means neutral, and bottom usually means evil or bad, sarcastic, things of that nature. So you have an option of playing out your character the way you would want to have him or her played out. In this case, though, Zamara is intrigued by the situation she finds herself in, so she says, sure, absolutely.
My team. I like the sound of that.
Get used to the idea. To win the Great Hunt, you'll need support, structure, and intel. Let's do things official-like. This is Mako, little genius I picked up years ago in Nar Shaddaa. She provides intel and tech.
Hope you're as good as the old man says.
And the big bruiser is Jory. He handles the heavy lifting and provides security for our base of operations.
Alright, have to admit, wasn't expecting that kind of voice from that kind of body, but that's how the game kind of goes. So, sure, we'll be cordial for now.
Nice to meet you both. Let's get to work.
All right, enough introductions. Down to business. We're here because the Great Hunt has been called. Little Mako is the most rabid fan of hunter history this side of Geonosis, and even she doesn't know exactly what the Great Hunt entails.
I do know the names of every great hunt winner, though. Bloodworthy, the Defenestrator, Jewel and Nightbringer.
Every bounty hunter who's won a great hunt went on to massive glory and riches. Which is why we're here.
Zamara would definitely agree with that. Would definitely agree with that.
What's our first move?
Here's what I know so far. The Great Hunt has two groups, the Mandalorian Elite and freelance bounty hunters sponsored by influential crime lords. There's no time to make you a Mandalorian. That means you need a sponsor.
Nemro the Hutt runs this stinking little town. I've got just enough pull with that gangster to get you an introduction. Mako, scan for every bounty in the area. I want the nastiest, most brutal, untouchable scum you can find.
I'm on it, Brayden. One nasty character coming up.
We need to get you situated as a big-time hunter, at least as far as the locals know. Then we contact Nemro. Mako will plant rumors about your off-world exploits. But you have to take down someone impressive and local to sell the reputation.
That makes sense, since we aren't able to kind of just get in. We have to kind of socialize a bit, I guess, and make ourselves known to the greater Hutta community. I get it. This guy's pretty smart.
You find a target, I'll take it down hard.
How's that scan coming, Mako?
Found something. Check this out. Vex, Corellian. Champion quick-draw artist, wanted for robbing 15 Imperial military pay stations.
Togawata Kiko Uba Kiriwata Buki Donko.
Perfect. This Vex is either a madman or a glory hound, and he's obviously dangerous.
Says here, Vex has a safe house in the bad part of town, right in the heart of the madness. That'll be fun.
Nemro the Hutt's enemy took over part of this town. It's dangerous poking around in there, but it's your best shot. Raid Vex's safe house and look for something that might help us track him down, but be ready for anything.
Oh. I'm ready for everything.
Excuse me, but I have a safe house to shoot up.
Be safe out there.
So, welcome to Hutta. We were here once before as an Imperial agent, now we are here as a bounty hunter. The storylines themselves are different, although we may find some similarities, if not the same side missions. But let's take a look here at Zamata. So Zamata here is a Zabrak, and I thought that a Zabrak would be a nice choice for a bounty hunter. And again, I picked the female character because if you listen to the male voice actor for bounty hunter, maybe I was a bit harsh earlier, but he tries to go for a Christian Bale Batman-esque tone, and it just doesn't fly with me. I feel like I would get annoyed by it as we progressed through the game. And if I want to listen to somebody the entire game, I'll listen to the female voice actress over the male voice actor. So there you go. As far as Zabrak goes, like I said, I thought it was a good choice. It's different, and I'm always a fan of different. And yeah, fun times about to be had here. So here is Brayden, he's our aged bounty hunter giving us advice. We have Mako here, who's, I guess, our information gatherer, and Jory here, who looks to be the bruiser of the bunch. And then here's little old us, about to try and force our way into the Great Hunt. We'll see how successful we'll be. Let's go ahead and head outside. Fantastic. So, our first mission, Gauntlet. Search for information on Vex. Brayden, a famed but now retired bounty hunter, has recruited you for his team for the Great Hunt. You'll need sponsorship to get in, though. The local crime lord, Nemro the Hutt, has yet to offer his sponsorship to anyone, and Brayden thinks if you can make a name for yourself, you can win that prize. Your first task is to hunt down a high-profile target named Vex. Search Vex's safe house for any clues as to where he's hiding. And you can see we'll get credits, experience points, and some boots. Because right now we are bare bones, as it stands. Practically nothing on us right now. Thank you, game. I appreciate you. Anything in our codex to give us more information? Persons of note, Brayden, bounty hunter. Brayden's long and storied career has never quite reached the heights of notoriety it deserved. For more than 25 years, Brayden has claimed hundreds of bounties for clients ranging from the infamous crime lord Nok Drayen to generals in the Republic military and Jedi masters with no one else to turn to. With his glory days behind him and his career in decline, Braden is looking for one last chance to shine before passing the torch to a new generation of hunters and retiring in some quiet corner of the galaxy. Alright. And then, obviously, we are here now on Hutta, adopted homeworld of the notorious Hutt cartel. Hutta is a planet of semi-toxic wasteland, broken up by industrial facilities and urban centers. Hutt-aligned gangs control the civilized regions, forever warring over territory and resources. In the swamps, the native Evokai struggle against their Hutt rulers, with limited success. The Hutts are officially neutral in the conflict between Empire and Republic, and welcome visitors. Pirates, slavers, and spice dealers are all common sights in Hutt palaces, while corporations often establish themselves on Hutta's moon, Nar Shaddaa. Newly arriving shuttles on Hutta are directed to the town of Jaguna. So again, one last thing to note here is that right now, as it stands, we aren't, storyline-wise, playing for the Empire, but our faction is the Sith Empire. I assume we'll get more information about that as we progress. Let's go ahead and head outside here. This is not the way. I don't think... Nope. Hello. Shady character. Because God knows that's what I want to talk to, a shady character. We have a medical droid right here to sell our goods to. Cantina vendor.
Chuapenki.
You buy a jukebox token
Omitopi.
for some music. One thing I did do is turn off
You
the,
get the supplies the boss asked for?
Oh,
Father's goons are out there putting holes in anything that moves. I'm not going anywhere.
It's your first turf war? You want to get paid or not?
No, I want to keep breathing more.
Breathing the air is as likely to kill you as Fathra's boys are. Buy a blaster. Learn the routes through town. Just don't let the boss hear you dodging work because of a few gangsters.
oh, I do recall this. Nemro is having difficulties with Fathra, a rival Hutt lord. Our Imperial agent, SWTOR, had to deal with some of that trouble. And looks like we have a couple of missions already available to us. Let's go ahead and check out the droid here first. Nemro Bounty Droid. P847 carrying urgent message. Message equals sent by Nemro the Hutt. Mighty Nemro equals all-powerful ruler of Jaguna. Wait. Nemro doesn't know me. I just arrived here.
You got the wrong person.
Message equals meant for everyone. Nemro equals making generous offer. Alright, so if we take care of Nemro's issue here, we'll get in his good graces, which is, again, important to us to advance in the potential opportunity to gain his sponsorship. Sure, sounds like my kind of job.
I suppose I can do that.
Nemro will not turn him into scrap heap. That's important. And then here we have Lubrel. Lubrel. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, I think I recall Lou here. He wants us to save his brother, if I'm not mistaken.
Welcome to Hutta, kid. You're new here. You look pretty tough. But let me give you a word of advice. Watch your back out there. Learn how to please the people in charge. And as soon as you can, get out.
Hey, you don't have to worry about me about that.
I don't plan to stay any longer than I have to.
You got a good head on you then. Just hope that when you're ready to leave, you still can. There's a gang war raging out there right now. If you want to survive on Hutta, you're gonna have to learn the ropes. I can get you experience navigating Hutta's gangs, help you build your reputation, if you help me out.
Okay. Building reputation is important, as we know, in order to gain Nemro's attention, so he's got my attention.
Now you're finally saying something interesting.
This is a gangster town, controlled by a greedy and cruel hut named Nemro. As if there was any other kind. Used to be I worked for Nemro's gang. Violent, bloody life. That's why I left. But now, my little brother's following my footsteps. Nemro's street gang leader, Rex Gear, is my old buddy. I thought he might help get my brother out, but I can't get to Rex for all the fighting.
I see. Well, what exactly do you need?
Where do I come in?
If you could blast your way through them and talk to Rex, convince him to let my brother go, I'd be grateful.
Well, let's see about this. I don't want to say don't have the time. I know that it's important for us to gain reputation with Nemro as well. But, I mean, is there pay?
And what exactly do I get out of it? I mean, besides a reputation.
I told you what you stand to gain in terms of reputation. But if that's not enough, I think I can swing some credits.
Well, okay.
In that case, I'm in.
Glad to hear it. You'll find Nemro's boys holed up in Jaguna, but you're gonna need to fight through Fathra's thugs, so be careful.
Alright, that shouldn't be an issue for us, even at level 1 as we stand in no gear. This is pretty much base, like, starting point for anything right now. Alright, we have entered Jaguna. Huts are notoriously territorial creatures, and their settlements reflect this. Enormous urban centers inhabited by thousands of huts are few on Hutta. Instead, the planet's industrial towns are scattered across the globe, ruled like city-states by whichever hut rises to the top. Jaguna is one such industrial town, serving as an operational hub for nearby factories, mines, and processing centers. Booming and influential 2 centuries ago, Jaguna fell into anarchy when its founder, Bakush the Hutt, died in a mechanical accident. Afterward, Jaguna's population of humanoid enforcers, workers, and slaves fought for scraps under a succession of would-be gang lords. Eventually, a Hutt called Nemro eliminated his competition and declared himself Jaguna's new ruler. Since then, Jaguna has been on an upswing, facilitating the distribution of Svash gas, spice, and weapons. Competition with neighboring huts has brought gang warfare back to town, but business goes on, and Nemro controls the locals with bribes and brute force. Alright, so here we are right now in Jaguna. Here, if we take a look at the map, we can find that we can head over to the market area. We have Nemro's palace, the rust yards, and then Fathra's palace on the far side of the map, and a whole bunch of unexplored territory in between. You can get to this unexplored territory using the taxi system here, the speeders.
We're not responsible for missed departures
that are available to you. And right now, the speeders can go to Nemro's palace, Jaguna General, and the rust yards. Except you need credits, and right now we have.
There are others waiting. Move along.
We have no credits, so we cannot do that, unfortunately. Looks like I have mail here. And the mail is basically, welcome back. You have a whole bunch of goodies, so take them. And I'll do that later. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and head down here. We need to defeat some Fathra gangsters here. A bounty has been put on Fathra's gang members by Nemro the Hutt. Defeat the Fathra gangsters in Jaguna to claim the reward. We will get some credits, experience, and more importantly, commendations, which can be used for better gear. We've also got our gang warfare request. An ex-gangster named Lou Brell needs your help preventing his brother Cam from following in his footsteps. Lou has asked you to convince his old friend Rex Gear, the leader of Nemro's street gang, to let Cam leave the gang. We'll get credits, experience points, commendations, and then we can choose a new stim as well. Alright, so looks like there are already some players around here. A couple of bounty hunters already. Boba Core. Interesting name. Took me a while to find the name Zamada. I was going back and forth on it, so I hope it works. I think it works. I think it sounds good. Now, the interesting thing about the bounty hunter, at least in comparison to the Imperial agent, is that I don't have a cover system anymore. It's really weird not to go right into cover when I'm about to attack somebody, but yeah, you don't do that anymore. At least not as a bounty hunter. I'm looking to kill some more people before we move on here. Is that a player? No, it's a player. Okay. You guys gonna respawn? Okay, there they are. So we've got our normal blaster, rapid shots. We've also got a missile blast, which takes out those gangsters that way as well. And then we've got what looks to be something here. Vent heat. Oh, rapidly vents heat. I see. So I can use my weapons more frequently, it looks like, maybe, perhaps. Although we're not really getting too much heat from our attacks right now, so I'm not too concerned, actually. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And kill 2 more gangsters. That's 1. That's 2. And we've got our death mark here. We've completed it and gotten our rewards. Fantastic. And we've now reached level 2. I think there's 60 levels in the game now. Okay, so it looks like we have to go through here in order to meet Rex Gear. So let's go ahead and do that. Get out of my way. Much appreciated. All right. Oh. I think over here first. Oh. Level 6 Imperial Agent. This guy died, apparently. Can I bring him back? That's a player. Looks like that's a no. I wonder what happened. Oh god. That maybe happened. I wonder what happened, John. Then you get shot. No, it's a thing. This thing's flashing at me. I don't know why. I know it's a chest, but I guess I can't open the chest while it's already open. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Rex Gear. You can see that these players are already doing it as well. Oh, this person unlocked Chiss for the bounty hunter.
You got some skill breaking through Fathra's line, and some nerve coming in here. Do I know you?
No, not really. So, let's make this quick, shall we?
I don't have time for this. I'm here for the Brel kid.
What do you want with him? You working for Fathra too?
No, don't know Fathra. I work for me.
Look, I don't care one bit about Nemro or Fathra. I work for myself, and you're going to give me the Brel kid.
Sorry, buddy, I can't do that. The Brel kid's a traitor. First time Fathra's thugs start shooting at us, he turns coward and tries to join their side. Nemro's gonna have a lot of questions for him, and I can't let him go.
I could care less about Nemro's questions, but he does have a point, though, in that if Nemro wants the kid, and I take the kid away from Nemro, doesn't necessarily help my standing here as far as, you know, getting a conversation with Nemro about getting his sponsorship. Let's talk it through. Let's talk it through.
I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
You're right. We're civilized people, aren't we? Look, I don't want to make trouble. So how about I pay you some credits and you go on your way? Tell Brel's big brother you got here too late or something. You'll be richer, and this weasel will get what he has coming.
Interesting now. So we come across a dilemma in that we either let the kid stick with Nemro, in which case, you know, he'll probably be beaten, tortured, and punished for his traitorous actions, or we refuse. We force the guy, Rex, to give us the kid, and we will feel better about it. But we have an issue as far as what Nemra will think. So that's a problem. The concern I have is that Zamara is not someone who's looking for credits, per se. I mean, credits are great, yes. More credits the better, sure. That's not the end-all, be-all goal for her, though. The other thing that's important for her, though, is her reputation. How would she look if she reneged on a contract, on a deal? That's kind of what's going through her mind right now. And it would not be good. How we would basically be starting a career with a falsehood. And if Lubrel ever found out that it was a lie, what we would say, and that he was no longer there, then our reputation could potentially be ruined by this situation. I'm thinking way too much about this. No, let him go.
I have a better idea. You let Brel go, he and his brother leave Hutta for good, and nobody knows any different.
What am I supposed to tell the boys? Turn coward and get a free pass off Hutta? That kind of deal's no good for morale.
I don't care.
This isn't my problem.
You're not gonna give me a choice, are you? Looks like you got lucky, Brel. Your big brother's hired muscle just saved your skin.
Thank you.
You better get out of here, too. The boys won't be happy when they find out what you did.
Excellent. We'll go ahead and head back over to Lou. And, I'm gonna check to see if that chest is there. And closed this time. It's just not there at all now, okay? Chest just vanished. Damn it, chest. Why you gotta tease me like that? Excellent. Alright, let's head back out. Head back over to Lou here. Now, I've measured the volume to what I think is appropriate for video recordings. I noticed it in the past. When it comes to games like these, I tend to leave the volume higher, in which case I tend to be drowned out by the action, per se. So, not necessarily the best idea for me, so let me know if it works out for you guys.
I just heard from my little brother, and it's a good thing, too. Fathra doesn't look like he's about to let up. And if it gets much worse, Nemro might start being more picky about who he lets on board the shuttles.
Then you guys better hurry, but before you go, my reward?
We better settle up.
I can't thank you enough, kid. Here's the credits I promised. Be careful on Hutta, though. Hutt'll eat you alive if you let him.
Fantastic. So we've gained some credits, we've gained some experience points. That was a light side decision we chose, but again, I'm not choosing to play as a light side or dark side character. I'm playing as Zamara. So our choices can vary. We got some accommodations here. We got a choice of a stim pack. I'll just choose that. And we have access to more missions, which we will do next time on Let's Play Star Wars: The Old Republic. Until then, this is J2 John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care.